Hey y'all, and welcome to the last session of iNSD Watch Cheryl Scrap Live. Today is Monday, May 6th, and there will be one more session of Watch Cheryl Scrap Live, but that's with the new Project Mouse collection. That's tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. All right. And I'm going to be scrapping with ForeverJoy's Dancing Queen. There's a little preview of it.
Why are you scratchy all of a sudden?
I don't know. Is it me? I'm gonna mute myself.
You scratch a lot. Can you guys hear it or is it just me? Because sometimes I hear things that nobody else does. Monica, yeah, they all hear it too. You don't hear it now, right? Huh. Well,
Okay.
go with it, Cheryl.
All right.
Maybe it's
I'm
me.
unmuted. Yep, I'm unmuted now. So we'll see. That was not pleasant. I heard a little. There it is. Did you just hear it? Okay.
I did, but I muted myself because I thought maybe it was me.
I don't think it's either one of us.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know. We'll see if it happens again. If it happens again, we'll figure it out.
I don't know. Okay, so I have
Oh, Renee. Her neighbor
these.
decided to mow the cat lawn right now.
Oh, yeah. Like, please, don't they know what we're doing?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to be scrapping these getting ready photos, but then I'm going to include some photos after she's already dressed, and I'm going to use this little.
Oh, that is adorable.
I just fell in love with that little Polaroid.
Oh, that is
So,
so cute.
so what I'm going to do is just really quickly select using the magic wand and then right clicking and layer via copy so I can get some little masks. So I can add these little photos.
Yeah, brilliant.
Brilliant, yes, brilliant.
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 And the contrast in size, or not size, in colors makes it really easy to grab it as a layer with the magic wand, huh?
Right. Because sometimes it's not that easy.
Well, yeah, sometimes. Hannah wanted to use one, but it just didn't mesh on her layout. I hate
Well,
that. I hate when there's something super cute and I'm like, I want to use this. And you're like, okay, it's just not working anywhere.
and it might not work here. We'll see.
We'll see. But hey, seeing is part of the process, right?
Yep. So we're just gonna do a little tiny ones here. The little tiny ones.
When you used it, Amy, did you do it the same way as Cheryl just did, or did you do a different way to fill up the frame? You end up using everything except the one thing you fell in love with. Oh my goodness. Yep, I've done that. Been there, done that.
Okay.
Oh, Cheryl, you didn't tell us a PSD file came with it.
Oh, duh. Jesus Lord. I just
That's
grabbed it
okay.
and
For those who can't use PSE, here's another
oh,
option.
here you go. Here you go. Yep.
You can
There's your
just clip
clip
the layers.
layer.
Oh,
Aw.
hey, thanks, Amy.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh well.
Oh, well, you know.
Now, yeah, like she said, if you don't have Photoshop and need to use it some other way. That's the way to do it.
Yep.
I wasn't really paying attention, was I?
Cheryl, Renee says Cheryl learned something today.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I've done that before though, where I'm like, oh, look at this. And then I'm like, oh, there's a PSD file in there if I'd paid attention. Never
Yeah.
mind. I did that with the collab. I can't remember if it was Roots or Wings, but one of them has a PSD file in there for something. And I was like, oh, well, that would make it much easier than the long way of, never mind.
You're like, okay.
Olivia should do a braiding and makeup tutorial for us.
Well, she didn't do the braiding, but she did do her own makeup.
I was like, she looks like she's doing her own makeup, but it looks like other hands doing the braiding.
Yeah, and she curled her hair, but somebody else did the braiding for her. One of her high school girlfriend's sister did it for her.
So I have to smile because my
What?
friend's sister just went, or my friend's daughter just went to prom, sister, and she did her hair all like really similar to that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, huh, it's a similar style, like with the curls and the down and pulled back.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I can just scraplift this whole page of Cheryl's for the photos that I took for her.
Yes. Yes, you can.
But her mom did her makeup. She did do her own makeup. Oh, it was cute though. I like that sometimes you can see in Olivia's face, it's almost this, Mom, are you done yet?
Oh yeah, she was ready to go.
She's like, I'm ready to go. Stop taking pictures.
And she was gone like all night.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they got in at like 5:30. They did one of the moms had put together a scavenger hunt.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so they didn't party. They just went on a scavenger hunt, and one of the hunts led them to their church. And a policeman stopped because he thought they were trying to vandalize. It's quite funny.
No, officer, we're just on a scavenger hunt, all dressed up really nice.
Yeah. Well, no, they had changed by that point in time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they still had their hair and earrings on, I think. So it was clear that they had been somewhere.
That is hilarious.
So I wonder if I should put this up at the top or what? Let's see here.
Okay, so until you just did it, I somehow never realized that there's a link shortcut at the bottom.
Oh.
I've always right-clicked to link, and I just saw you do that, and I'm like, wait, how did she do that fast? Duh.
Yep.
Oh, the things you learn watching somebody else scrap. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Amy didn't realize it either. Yes.
That's okay. I didn't realize there was a PSD. I'll never recover from that one.
Cheryl, just go. I was teaching you something new. A different way to do it. Kim didn't realize there was a link either. Oh, good. I'm not the only one. Phew.
Phew. Phew, 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 phew.
Hannah says she knew that one, but she's learned so many from Saturday and we watched Friday. So many useful tips.
Good.
Yeah, we've had a lot of useful tips this session.
I'm like, sometimes I know things, other
And
times.
you and Brittany are scrapping tonight, or is that a surprise?
We are both scrapping. Yes, we are.
So in other words, you might learn some tips from watching Brittany scrap tonight.
Yes, because she has a totally different style than me.
She does. She usually does pocket pages, right?
Yep. And we're going to do the tandem scrapping where she's going to start the page and then I'll
Oh, where
finish
you
it.
traded off?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's so fun to watch.
yeah, so we're going to do that at the end after we scrap our own individual pages. So.
Oh, that's so fun. And it's always funny because you're just like, because she always freaks out a little about the pocket, non-pocket page. She's like, and then she's like, okay, Cheryl, you do the clustering.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, she does like an amazing job of stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Don't doubt yourself, girl. Hannah says she wishes she could watch live. Yeah. Oh, Amy will miss it. It'll be recorded, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch it after. It's really fun to watch them because you see like they're two totally different styles, but then when they mesh them together, you're like, it totally looks like one person made that. You would never guess two people made it. And apparently I'm Valley Girl today. Totally.
Totally.
Hi, Farwing.
Oh my God, totally.
Oh, Kim set an alarm to make sure she makes it. Aw, that's Kim KR Scraps. Our other Kim will be busy tonight. Boo! Don't you guys know? It goes the whole weekend.
The whole weekend.
Aw, Hannah says thanks for having chats in the afternoon so she can join in from across the pond.
Yes, we try. It doesn't always work, but we try.
We do. And, you know, sometimes it just depends on what else is going on. So. Kim says she knows, her meetings don't know.
It's like, okay. So,
now, see, Renee, I'd record the show and watch the other. She said she's been waiting for The Bachelorette. Oh, no DVR. Yeah, well. See, I'm lucky because my hockey game starts at 4. So it probably won't be quite over, but hopefully I'll know who's winning by that point. So that I'll be like, okay, I can watch because it's recorded. It's recording the end and it's almost done. We'll see. My husband was slightly shocked. He was like, you're gonna watch what instead of hockey? Well, a hockey game is also easy to watch on the computer if my computer's cooperating because it's enough of a beast that I can stream it on my computer and still do the other stuff because I'm not the one in charge of recording. But shh, don't tell Cheryl that. Oh, shh. Don't tell her because she'll be like, you're distracted. Are you watching the hockey game? No, not at all.
I'm not doing that. Why would you even think that?
Oh, goodness. I like that Amy said hockey games are easy to watch on the phone. Not that I've done that at baseball games or anything. No, never. We never let anything distract us from our family's activities, right?
No.
So I've never watched Bachelor, Renee. So is it like all the beginning people? Is it people who actually stayed together? Is it, what kind of reunion is it? Do you edit or tweak your photos before scrapping, Cheryl?
Yes. Actually, I had edited these because I had to post them online for the other people that were in the group, so I didn't re-edit them before this. I almost thought about converting some to black and white, but then I was like, meh. I decided not to. So, gosh.
And any go-to actions or tweaks that you do? You typically always like just kind of lighten them a little bit or
yeah. I usually just do the auto adjustment. I'll pull up Lightroom real quick.
It's the preview for the new season, and they're bringing back, 13 of the 15 leads. Doesn't that make it seem weird? Because then the last two are like, why didn't you make it?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so usually in Develop, I use the white balance auto and the tone auto. And that's pretty much what I end up doing. So,
Is that the friend she went with?
yes, actually, there was a whole gaggle of them. Let's see. There were some that were really cute of them on the porch. Here we go.
Were they specific dates or was it just a group of friends?
More like a group of friends.
That's fun though. That's the best way to go.
I think from let's see. Yeah, I think these two actually were like
Actually together.
Well, they went as friends, but they were, he asked her to go, and then the rest of them just all went together.
Piled in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then,
it's totally cute, Monica.
Yeah,
this is super cute.
This is them as the sun is coming up after they had been out.
So did you sleep much that night?
No, I didn't. It was, you can see in the clock behind there, 5:35. And look at this poor kid.
He looks hammered.
Yeah, but not. These are all
actually
really
Olivia
cute.
looks part of the brightest eyes.
Yeah.
And then the guy to her left looks very bright-eyed.
Yeah. But, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yep, and there was a little video that they did, and or I recorded that was about their favorite things of the night.
Aww.
And then, of course, this is right before she went, and I'd taken pictures. Man, I was sweaty, and
okay, but you know what I'm getting in the chat room?
What?
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, adorable. Cute picture of you two.
Well, yeah, look, sweat.
But you know what? You know that. The rest of us just go, oh, look how cute you are.
Yeah, and then she got in the car and I burst out crying, like sobbing. I usually don't do that, but I was like,
but it was one of those final moments, right?
And then I thought about scrapping these two because I thought these were really pretty. They're all getting ready.
Okay, it looks totally staged. Like it looks like a magazine staged with like the room and the chandelier and everything.
That is my mom's guest bedroom.
Well, it could be in a magazine.
And then over there's a picture of Olivia.
That's cute. It is beautiful.
Yeah, so I had them turn to me at one point, I think. I just had Olivia looking at me. Look at her. She's killing me.
There you go. Now they're all looking at you.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, those photos ended up being some of the ones I liked the best. Because you can see her shoes there, and yeah.
Hannah says she would have loved to go to a real prom.
Yeah. And then it was like a masquerade, so they all wore these masks. And she made hers. She put all those little bead jewels on there.
Wow.
Right? I think there's one of them with all the masks on there. Little different.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And then the two kids who like, oh, what mask?
Yeah. We're just going. All right, now that I have yammered on. Yammer, yammer, yammer.
Yeah, wow, that mask is really impressive.
Yeah, it took her a while, and she was going at it.
So what kind of proms do you have, Hannah? See, I didn't know that it's like the thing to not go to the actual dance and still say you're going to prom. Because
Yes, it
when
is
I
a
was a
thing now.
kid, you went to prom and you went to the dance. Like, you usually went out before, and I know some place, depending on the group and stuff, some of us would go back and have like a movie night at a friend's after, like in their basement or something,
Hmm.
or go out to Denny's. But we always went to the actual dance at some point.
Yeah, they usually do long enough to have the picture made.
Uh-huh.
But lately, the party at their school has been so cool. The DJ and everything that they hire, that most of the kids are staying now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems weird because it's like they put on all this effort for prom and everybody talks about going and then nobody actually stays for the prom part.
Right.
It's just like, huh, okay.
Yeah,
More
a
like
little
a
different.
casino night.
Yeah.
Huh. Only at some high schools. I actually learned that most of our high schools around here, I mean, big surprise, but most of them hold their prom over at the casino ballroom type things.
Oh, well, that does make sense.
Kim says her senior prom was so creative. The juniors thought that 007 would be a cool theme for prom. 2007. Yeah. Do you know what, though? I think the theme for one of ours was legitimately Lady in Red. Like, wait, for prom? Like, really?
Lady in red
Yeah.
is
So
dancing
our
on
themes were really lame.
cheek to cheek. There's nobody here.
Okay,
It's
what's a
just you and
croupier?
me.
Croupier?
What?
Hannah says she was is it croupier at a casino night for her weekend job. Blackjack. Okay. So you were like the blackjack dealer? I live in freaking like casino whatever, heaven or hell, depending on your opinion. And I'm like, I have no idea what that word means. I'm like, oh, okay.
Like, I don't know what that is.
That makes sense. That sounds like an interesting job, though, to do that. She, she's like, I didn't know the word. I'm like, okay, good, because I didn't know it. She was the blackjack dealer at some other kid's casino prom night. Okay, so is it like fake money or something? Because, well, here you have to be 21 to gamble. Can you do it younger where you are? Because like they couldn't do a casino night for high school because the kids wouldn't be old enough. I am totally intrigued by this button at this point, apparently.
I know. I'm like,
wait, logistically, how does this work? You know, Monica, I only remember that theme because I was wearing a blue dress and my date kept changing the sound to Lady in Blue was dancing with me. And it cracked me up because I was a sophomore and he was a senior and he like went all out, like top hat, cane, everything. So therefore, that little memory sticks in my head. Okay, so you have to be 18 and it was just a game, so you got fake chips. Oh. Oh, Renee did it too. They did casino night with fake money too.
oh,
Huh. Well, thanks for stopping by, Kim. We'll see you tonight. Silly work gets in the
bye.
way.
Bye.
The Dallas homeschool prom, which is huge. Huh. Casablanca night? Okay, that sounds totally awesome. Hannah says the rest of the weekend she's a blackjack dealer at private functions. So fake chips and lots of drunk people. I love it.
Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, they do a homeschool prom here too. Obviously, I've never gone because, you don't take a 9-year-old to prom. But we'll see if I take a 19-year-old to prom or if I'm in denial at that point too.
It's like, it's Vegas, right?
True. We had a lot of weird things that happen here. So, Did you go to prom, Cheryl?
I did not.
Oh, you still have the audacity to grow up.
I was a church girl in the South. We didn't dance.
Oh, you were footloose.
Similar, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And they've changed a little bit now. Well, a lot. I'll just say that, a lot. From way back when. What?
They've changed a lot from way back when.
Yeah, a long time ago. I mean, we didn't wear pants, capris, shorts. You wore dresses or culottes, which is always very attractive, the culotte. The culotte was beautiful. Beautiful.
That's funny. So, Hannah says she's totally seeing Kevin Bacon in her head right now.
Yeah, it was that way.
It was that way.
Yeah.
Nobody looks good in them. Hannah says they're in fashion over there now, and she loathes them.
Yes, it's terrible. They're terrible.
Nobody looks good in them.
What? Why? And I can remember, I guess they started becoming popular when Olivia was in middle school and she wanted some. And I was like, no, I am not buying those for you. Forget it.
You're like, no, nobody looks good in them.
Yeah. I can't do it, hun. It's out. It's not going to happen. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Well, we have to protect our young ones. Okay.
Do you have a coupon in your newsletter, Cheryl?
I do.
Ooh, is it valid during the sale?
Yes. It is.
Sweet.
Did somebody just realize that?
No, somebody's having an issue with it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's wrong with it?
I don't know.
Like, what's it doing? What's it doing?
We'll fix it afterwards. We'll chat now. Fix later. I went to look for something in the, because we have a surprise to give out. And it popped up, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yes.
We like when people come and chat with us, and some days we have prizes.
Yeah. Now, it won't work on the grab bag if they're trying to use it on the grab bag.
And
it says that on the coupon. So.
But we know some people don't always read the fine print.
Yes.
Sometimes that's me.
A lot of times that's me. Hey, I didn't notice that was a PSD. .PSD.
Monica says she doesn't. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for reading. What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we all do it, because you're busy
totally.
and trying to get around and do all the things that you want to do, and you just don't pay attention sometimes. But it could be something wrong with my coupon. That
Hannah,
is
I
altogether
go to
possible.
university and nobody reads anything. Like, I'll be sitting there going to respond to the discussion board or something like that, and I'm like, did you read the instructions? Because if you did, then apparently I read something totally different.
I've read something way different than you read.
No one reads at community college either. Kim and Hannah can start trading stories about why nobody reads. My favorite is when one of my classmates posts a question, because we have to post these questions, and I'm like, well, if you read the first announcement that the teacher posted, you would have seen the answer to your question. But let me copy it and paste it and get the points.
Oh man, I don't miss school.
Oh, I think it's funny because it's like, we teach everybody, at least as far as I remember, I always remember being taught reading is fundamental. Reading is fundamental. Read the instructions. And I had teachers who would put in there, if you read this, you'll see that there is this, 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 and this. Yeah. Like Kim says, if you read the syllabus, you'll see there are 4 quizzes and a final. Yeah, my favorite is when you read it and the teacher is trying to see, or maybe they're just frustrated because kids aren't reading. And they're like, if you read this, write this, and I will give you full credit. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it takes you 2 seconds. And people are like, I had to work on that assignment for hours. And I'm like, did you not read the instruction where it said, write this, get the points? Really? Totally, Renee. People post the same things on Facebook groups all the time. I'm in a college group and it's all students, and it's is it cyclical? Is that the word I want? Cyclical. And it's just constant, how do I do this? Who's the best teacher for this? I'm like, well, if you use the stupid search function, you would see that these are the teachers that are recommended. In fact, we have a whole not PowerPoint, but a whole Excel that you can go look. So,
yeah, these people.
Hannah says they had a student who was too lazy to look at her exam schedule. She sent an email to the teacher, and when he didn't respond, she complained because she missed her exam. Come on. Seriously, people? Yeah. What can I say? This is the world we live in. It's true. It is the world we live in. I don't know. I don't know, Monica. If you figure out how to make sure your kids don't do it, pass on that secret. Because I'd like to make sure my kids don't do it either.
I don't know. I think it's the instant culture that we have. We're just used to having everything
spoon-fed
right away, and okay. So let's see. Olivia went to Naomi's. What?
Wait, the story gets better. Are you ready?
No.
And then his stupid mother wanted to know why the professor didn't let him take it anyway. And she teaches in the nursing school of that same college.
Oh my gosh.
This is Kim's nephew. Oh, please make an exception for my son. Okay, I don't know if I've told you the story before, but so my husband used to work at a hotel, and he was the manager, not the general manager, but he was the assistant general manager, so he was the second person in charge. He legitimately fired an employee for having a pool party after hours one night on a Friday night or Saturday night with alcohol, and she was underage, okay? Monday morning rolls around, her mother calls to try and negotiate her job back. Not her. She didn't even say sorry or anything to him, but her mother calls and starts pleading about why this girl needs her job and you've got to give it to her back because it's the only stable thing she has and you fired her wrongly. And so he called her up. He's like, lady, number one, alcohol, underage. I could have the police arrest her. Let's not even talk about anything else. Trespassing. Well, she wasn't trespassing. She worked there. And it's like, OMG. Like, it became this big thing. And like, she was like threatening to call the cops on him. And he's like, please go ahead. Let me show the video evidence to the cops of your child having a party, underage drinking. I don't know if the police ever ended up involved. I don't remember that part. But yeah, I was shocked at the fact that she had her mom call to beg for her job back. She didn't even have the decency to call herself. It's like, Mommy will fix it. Just like, no. Yeah, true story. He used to have people come to interviews with their moms and dads too, usually mom. So usually mom would bring them in and introduce herself to him, and then be like, oh yeah, and here's my daughter who's interviewing for the job, and then sit in the lobby and wait until it was over. And it's like, helicopter much? Like, at some point you have to let them go. That's hard,
painful.
Kim, when you see it and you're like, I know that's wrong, but you don't know how to convince other people, especially family. So, apple meat tree. You can't, so you just watch.
Yep.
You do, and you get popcorn out so that you can enjoy it, right? You're like, popcorn, let's watch this go down.
This is going down. Going
Going
down.
down. I'm like, what action are you running on those?
I'm adding a shadow. And
You were
now
debating on actions, though.
Yeah, because I was fixing to do my paperwork, and I was like, well, it kind of needs an action first.
Kind of needs a shadow before I can paper warp it.
Yeah. Kind of needs a style. I think I said action.
That's okay,
Sorry.
Kim. Like, she drove her daughter to her last interview so she wouldn't get lost. And before she went in the building, she held her hand and prayed for her. She got out of the car and I drove away. You know what? Even if you had sat there and waited for her to be done the interview in the car, that would not be, like, I don't think anything wrong with that. You didn't walk in and introduce yourself to the interviewer and start talking about how amazing your daughter is and how she'd be great for this position. That was the one where he like kind of drew the line. He was like, okay, this is a little over the top.
It's crazy.
Oh, try moving to another state to be closer to the son that was going away to college. Oh my goodness.
No.
Renee wrote that.
No.
Oh, Hannah, I'm studying web design and development. So HTML, JavaScript. This semester, graphic design. My daughter would have killed me. She was interviewing to be a pastor. Oh, well, see? That's awesome. Did she get the job?
She got a job. I don't know if she got that one.
I know.
She was doing her little...
Yep, she got the job.
Yay.
Son was going to college in South Carolina. They're in Ohio, so they moved to Virginia. That's not even that far. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people who have kids, like I know some people from back east in like New Hampshire and Massachusetts who have kids out in Utah and Idaho going to school, and they still live across the country. And that's like an all-day flight, it feels like.
Yeah.
Ooh, moved to Colorado from Texas because their son was going to college there. But then what do you do when the son's done college? Like, then you move again? I don't understand.
I don't either.
Like, I kind of understand grandparents. Like, one of my aunts or uncles, all of their kids settled in Utah, Idaho, and they lived in Indianapolis. So once all of their kids were done and had moved, they did decide to move. I can't remember if they moved to Utah or Idaho, but they moved out to be closer because that's where all of the kids were and all the grandkids were. And I'm like, I totally understand that. But moving just for college, it seems a little weird, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. Seems weird.
Yeah.
Seems very weird to me.
They bought a house in Colorado Springs. Oh, and stay and retire there. See, now if you're just done with the Texas weather and you want to experience 4 seasons, I can totally see moving to Colorado.
It's a beautiful
Oh,
place.
it is. It's like California. California is beautiful, but there's too many people.
Too many people for me.
If we could get rid of half the people in California, I would live there.
We watch The Office all the time here.
Yes.
And Dwight is going into Phyllis's wedding, and he's talking to Jim, and he says, all these people, we need a new plague.
Oh, well, did you see after
God, that's so funny.
after Infinity Wars last year, there were people who were like, I'm totally on the side of Thanos. Let's snap half the world away. And you're just like, wait, what? Let's think about this. Let's think this all the way through.
Yes.
But, Dwight would have been quite happy with that. He would have approved of that message.
Yes, he would have. He believes in superheroes anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those movies. Kim, I enjoyed it. We went and saw Endgame last week with my kid. Yeah, no spoilers. I want to go again. We're trying to go to the drive-in and see it. Can we choose which half we are getting rid of? Not in the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I figure, Monica, we've seen it once now on the big screen, and so how much more fun to go see it on the bigger screen? But at the same time, it will be okay because if the sound's not perfect, we've already seen it once, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was awesome. Hannah says she's seen Infinity War 5 times at the theaters because I saw Infinity War a lot of times. I did one of those, let's see how many of the fun little, what do you call it? Oh, let's see how many of the movies I can get through before Endgame comes out.
Right.
Twice in the cinema. You know what? I think we did too, because I think we saw it at the actual theater, and I think we went and saw it at the drive-in too. Oh, I loved Captain Marvel. It made me happy. I really enjoyed that one too, Kim. We went and saw that one twice, I think. The 90s. Totally the 90s. The computers and the cell phones. That's not a spoiler, right? The computers and the cell phones are so funny. Because it's the 90s and you're like, huh, I remember that.
I remember.
And the music, yep. It's so like watching like any 90s movie. And you're just like, yeah, I've lived through that. Are you done, Cheryl? It looks like you're done.
I am.
Should we give out a special prize for coming to play with us today?
Yes, we should.
All right.
Just don't read it. Just tell them like you have been doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
Like you just say it's in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat. Good for $2 off. Expires 5/15. You cannot use it today. You can use it tomorrow.
And it's not just my store.
Nope, it's the whole site. The entire store. All for coming and playing with us today.
How fun is that?
Fun has been had. Prizes have been given.
We have had all the fun.
And if you've been to all 4 and collected them, does anybody else ever laugh at the actual coupon code? Like when I read them, they make me giggle. So they're just, Julie makes them and she just makes them hilarious to me. So.
Yeah, it's usually something like,
well, I did a drawing one, a Pictionary one, and the coupon code was something like win, lose, draw. I was like, what?
I love it.
So they're always funny. And that is not a valid coupon, so don't try it. It was an
Yeah.
older coupon. But yeah, like there's just always these ones that are hilarious and you're just like, what? And then sometimes like over when you have the weekend ones, you end up with like a couple of them together. You're just like, they'll start to tell a story if you read them.
Yeah. If
And
you
you're like,
collect all of them, you're like, oh, what is that?
oh, they make me smile. You are welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yes. I don't think I shared any great tip this time.
Yeah, you shared how to not use a PSD file if you don't have the capability.
Yes, I did
That's a
share
great tip.
that. And I shared the little link layer shortcut down on the
Yes, you
bottom.
did. And
Okay.
for those of us, who have issues reading, you taught us that you should check all the files and see if maybe there's a PSD.
Yeah.
These are all great tips.
Read. All great
Photo
tips.
tweaks. Yes, totally.
Yeah.
I like it.
I really liked the blowing the minds earlier in earlier sessions.
Yes, if you haven't seen any of the others, Cheryl talks about using the library in Adobe to your help, as well as favoriting fonts, which is really two cool tricks. They're both kind of in depth, but totally go look at the recordings
Yeah,
and
and
you will
they're
see
already
them.
posted. I actually have them posted, believe it or not.
What?
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 I did it. I
Yay!
did it. Yay for me.
Does the chat post too, or just the actual?
No, just my screen.
Because, obviously I've watched any of them. Let me admit to that now.
I really dislike listening to myself when I have to edit them. I'm like, oh, cringe.
See, that's
Isn't
my
that funny?
problem, is I'm not big on going back and listening to myself because I think I sound like an idiot. And so just
You
like,
don't. I'm the one
yeah,
who sounds like an idiot most of the time because I'm like I have that redneck accent,
oh
and
no.
then you're all very polished, not really an accent at all. And I'm like, well, who sounds intelligent here? Not Cheryl.
My
Cheryl
husband says
sounds
I
like,
have an accent when I'm really tired. He says that's when my
yeah.
Canadian comes out. I agree, Kim. It's not a redneck accent, it's a Southern Belle accent. And there's a lot of people who would die to have your accent. Well, maybe not die, but they
Yeah,
would
I
be
was gonna
happy to have your
say.
accent. Krista says, beautiful page. Olivia is gorgeous. The kit looks like it was made for you. You always make the kits look like they were made for you. Like you just pick out the right things to use in them. So it does look like the designer went, Cheryl, what kit would you like now? And you went, a dancing queen kit, complete with this kind of a dress.
I've only had one designer do that, and it wasn't really, let's see. She saw one of my photos that I had taken of my niece, and she liked the colors and everything, and she started working on it. And she was like, I need to tell you that your picture inspired me. So of course, when the kit came out, I was like, oh yeah, this is my kit. It goes with this photo. It's like love you to the moon and back kind of thing.
Aww.
And the photos had a lot of blue in them, but that's the first time really I can remember. Okay,
But it just goes to show that, if you pick the right kit for your photos, they do look like they're made for each other. And I agree, Hannah. She's totally clustering queen.
I
like it.
am a cluster queen, old and mean.
Old and mean.
Yeah, old and mean. Something. Let's see. She is the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. No longer 17.
Lisa says she's going to be singing that all day now.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a good song to get in your ear.
Yep, it's a good earworm. It beats some of the songs my son tries to put in my ear.
Oh, the
Like,
kid
who allowed
songs.
video games to have songs like those Minecraft ones and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Fork
So,
Fork Knife has stuff too.
oh, see, we are not doing that at my house.
Well, my niece is a teacher, and and she teaches fifth graders, and she calls when she hears them talking about it, she says, "Oh, you're playing Dork Night?" Yeah,
You're
Dork Night. That's a
dork.
great game, Dork Night.
I
You doing
love
your
it.
dork? Are you doing your dork dance now? She said they get pretty mad at her. I'm
That's
like,
funny because Amy just said that Fortnite has been the demise of kids dancing. They can't do any dance other than a Fortnite dance. So the little kids in my life don't get to play Fortnite, and so like mine and my friends' kids don't play it either, and so they all still are doing the floss. Is that what it is? Where you're like flossing your behind,
yeah. Like
and so
what?
I'm like they're about a year behind, so maybe they'll stay there and just not graduate to these weird Fortnite dances.
Daniel doesn't do the dances. He just wants to play the game
Okay,
all the
my son just
time.
walked over here and goes, Mom, this is a Fortnite dance. And just, I don't know what that was, but if that was a Fortnite dance, oh my goodness, we're all in trouble.
You're like, this is bad.
Oh
This is so bad.
my gosh. Amy says they should start flossing their teeth. Says the dental
Oh,
hygienist.
yeah.
Well, if it would teach them how to floss their teeth, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, right? Hannah says she hasn't seen anyone playing Fortnite. She games herself, but no kids, so she doesn't know the dances either. Renee says she's stuck on the twist. Oh, that's a good song too, Hannah. Let's twist again. Or is it like we did last summer? I cannot sing. Cheryl, take it over.
No, Courtney, please. Please continue.
See, we used to do the Monster Mash, even though that was like way
We did
beyond my
the
generation.
mash.
Yeah.
We did the Monster Mash. Was a smash.
And then, let's see. When I was in the US, people knew Thriller. But my husband likes to joke that when we go to my tiny towns in Canada, that we're like stuck in 10 generations back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that from a
love to
movie?
I think I listen to 40s music, big band,
Mm-hmm.
more than anything. Although recently I've been listening to Casey Musgraves'
Hmm.
Golden Hour album, and it's like the songs are similar. I don't know, it's just a very well put together album and easy to sing along with. And then the new song by Taylor Swift and the guy from Panic at the Disco, Brandon Urie.
Huh.
Have you heard it?
I haven't, but I might have to go
Okay.
check that out
You
after.
need to go look at it. The video is so cool looking, especially at the end with all the effects that they have.
You said Casey Musgrove?
Musgraves.
Oh, Musgraves. You know what? Google was okay with me spelling it the way I spelled it.
Yeah,
Google was like, we got your back.
we got you. We got you,
And
Courtney.
which song is it?
Oh, it's the whole album.
The
But
whole
I love
album.
Butterflies
Okay.
and Rainbow. Those are,
Butterflies and Rainbow. All right.
and
I
then
will do this
Velvet
after.
Elvis. I like that one.
Wasn't
So
she
great.
in The Voice?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. I know she won um, a lot of awards this year, and that's how Olivia and I saw her. And I was like, "Have you heard of her before?" And I was like, "Not really, 'cause it's kind of country."
Uh-huh.
Um, but then we started listening to her and we both loved the album. So
Let's see. She was on the 5th season of USA Network's singing competition Nashville Star, according to Wikipedia, which I think relates to Blake Shelton. Didn't he do that show? Maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to go look it up. She's been around for a long time.
yeah, I know this is like her 4th or 5th album. So, but
Bye, Krista.
I had never heard of her. But yeah, and I was listening to on Spotify. Ellen has a playlist on there, Ellen Faves, and so I was kind of checking it out. Some not my stuff style on there, but when Daniel got in the car, I was playing it, and he goes, "I'm surprised you're listening to this song." Like, what do you mean?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't feel free to leave. I know we're at the top of the hour. Thanks everybody for coming.
Yes, thank you for coming, and we will see you tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m.
Pacific.
And
everybody else is somewhere in there.
Yep. All right, I'm going to stop the recording now.